Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we're back on Final Stand to show off some of the new updates that were added in like the past week or so from the last update. So first off, definitely my favorite update I think ever in Final Stand. So if you don't know, instant transmission got mastery added to it, and what that mastery allows it to do, it allows you to either, I think when you get the mastered state, which is like the 4 white stars, you're able to teleport to NPCs, and then when you get it to like the golden 4 stars, you're able to teleport your party members with you to whoever you teleport to. See, press it, I type in Namek, I get teleported to the Namek that's outside. If I teleport to Brief, that's when the Dr. Briefs. If I teleport to South, that'll take me to South City Z Shop employee. If I do Central, take me to the Central City one. And honestly, this update is, believe it or not, it makes the game so much easier to play because I don't have to sit there flying around or using Nimbus or doing whatever. I can just, as long as I know the name of the NPC, I can teleport straight to them. I don't exactly have a list of all the NPCs you can teleport to, but I do know if you just type like Q W E, you know, you'll eventually, you know, find all the teleports you can go to. Just because you really just have to, you know, just think a little bit. Like, hey, I want to teleport to Roshi. I should probably type Roshi, and it works. It's pretty simple. Then showing off that next part of the internet mission when you have it perfected. You teleport to my friend Marco. See, as long as you're near him, as long as you're near a party member and they're not in combat, if you have instant mission perfected, you can basically take them anywhere you want. So I can take them to Popo with me, take him to South City. I can take him to near the. I can take him to Chaozu. Then I can take him right back by typing Yamcha. Definitely really cool. I actually really like this update a lot. It's kind of small, but it is, you know, it's nice. It's like fast travel. It's gonna make, you know, doing a lot of things in the future really easy with Final Stand. I do really like this update. Anyways, so the next update you have is this little it just came out actually. It's hotbar swapping. So I just did this quest on my main, so I actually need to get on a new slot, a little yard jet, so I can show it off and how to, and you know, where to get all the stuff from. So give me 1 second. All right, so I actually forgot that I don't have it mastered on a new slot, but basically, when you talk to this NPC, he'll tell you you need to go find these 3 scanners. And to find those 3, once you find those 3 scanners, he'll give you 3 codes. Make sure when you see the codes pop up on your screen, you screenshot them and you write them down so you can remember them. Basically, it'll show you to go to Southport, which is right here. It's where you get the Vegeta quest from. There's a little dock next to West City. You interact with it, you put the code in, and then you would just move on to the next one. So this is the one in South City. Then to get to the one in Primal Mountains, it's like over here. I think, yeah, it's right here, next to the frogs in Primal Mountains. Talk to it, you put your code in. And the last one's in Yenzabite Heights. It's actually right over here. Get over to Yenzabite Heights. You find this like main opening right here, and you'll find the last scanner right here. Then when you finish that, you'll be able to go back to the Capsule Core NPC, and they will ask you, or they'll basically tell you that they have this thing called hotbar swapping. What hotbar swapping allows you to do, pretty self-explanatory. As long as you're out in combat, you can swap your hotbar. But when you finish this quest, in order to unlock hotbar swapping, you have to pay 100k Zenny to unlock it, and you can't use it in combat. So it's not like you're gonna be able to like quick swap to like another set of moves in combat. But once you do the quest, you pay your 100k and you get it. You can open up your emote menu and see right here is hotbar swap, and this will basically allow you to put new moves onto your hotbar, like the energy wave, candy beam, all this other stuff I don't usually use, and just have it swapped over. So the way I'll probably be using hotbar swapping, I'll put like my utility moves like the Dragon Radar, maybe my bingo book, some other stuff, you know, instant mission, of course, capsule tracker. I'll probably just have a bunch of those on one toolbar slot and just have this. But honestly, I think it's overpriced. Some people may not even find a use for it because it doesn't work in combat, but it is a new addition to the game. So let's just move on to the next one. Our next addition from this recent update is actually the capsule transfer system. What it does, it allows you to transfer capsules from one slot to another. Basically, what you have to do is when you talk to this NPC, you know, I already finished the quest. He'll tell you to go defeat the mad scientist dungeon, which is right over here, you know, next to the mad scientist. You start the dungeon, you go in, you beat it, and when you beat it and you come out, you'll be able to, you know, use the capsule transfer system. So to use the capsule transfer, all you have to do is just go on the slot you want to upload the capsule. So this is my main, I have all the capsules in the game on this slot. Let's say, for example, I want to upload, let's do speed capsule. That's pretty useful. If I can find it. I actually can't find it. Okay, I'll just put, oh, there it is. I can upload the speed capsule for 25,000 zenny. This is kind of expensive, but if I switch slots, get on a new slot that doesn't have this capsule, like my Urkosion I haven't used in God knows how long. Come right here, I talk to him. I can view capsule storage on my new slot. You see right here, I will have the speed capsule available. I can then download it to my slot. I may have it. Do I have it on the slot already? I might have it on the slot already. Oh no, I don't. Okay, so cool. Alright, so you view your storage. You see you have one speed capsule here. You download it. Now you have the speed capsule unlocked on your next slot. I do really like this update. I thought it would make me I thought it would make me want to play on new slots more, because, you know, I can actually transfer and start the game with better like capsules and whatnot. But, you know, paying 25k or 35k for every single capsule is a little bit steep. But if you're just using it to, you know, transfer capsules, I do think it'll be a very useful feature coming down the line in the future when, you know, zenny is probably not as big as a problem as it is now in the game. Alright, so as you can see, I'm in a dungeon right now. So the next addition, I guess, that was added from this update was actually the pity system. So to very quickly explain the pity system, whenever you pull a dupe from something like a dungeon, a raid, or a world boss, like a item you already, you know, pulled from a reward pool, you'll gain pity. And once your pity reaches a certain amount and you do something where you don't have a drop, you'll basically be guaranteed a drop. So for example, I basically have almost all the drops in the game. So what I would want to do is I'd want to do Gorilla Bear Dojo maybe 10 times, or everything else, you know, I can't possibly do like Gorilla Bear Dojo, Trunks, Red Ribbon, stuff like that. And then once I think I have enough pity, I would go do like a new dungeon that I don't have all the drops for, like the Mad Scientist. So when I would do that and the pity would be used, I'd get a fresh new drop. But it's also worth knowing that if you do pull a drop before using your pity, you won't actually lose your pity, I'm pretty sure. It's very important because I actually turned my sound up to make sure everyone can hear this. So when you beat a dungeon or a raid, you'll hear that specific noise for when you gain pity, and there's also a noise for when you use pity. So let me beat this real quick. Alright, you guys heard that? That was the noise for gaining pity. And then I have to go look through my clips to see if I can find a noise for using pity real quick. Alright, so here we go. That is the noise for when you use pity. So you'll know your pity is still stacking until you hear that noise. But yeah, so for one more time, because I am really bad at explaining stuff, every time you pull a drop, you'll gain a stack of pity. Once you have enough stacks of pity and you complete something that you don't have a drop for, you hear the second noise, and that noise will mean you've used your pity and you got a brand new drop. And then moving on to the last addition added, it's actually something called Ki Blast Deflecting. And I really didn't notice was in the game until today, but basically, whenever you tap F, you can, like, I guess, parry the key, like a base Ki Blast, like slap it away. And the way you get this quest is actually a Piccolo quest. So if you don't know, you know, there's a Piccolo quest like near the starter area, then there's another one near the dinosaurs, like right over there. And another one. So to even start this quest, you need to make sure you go all the way over to Yunsmith Heights after completing the 3 Piccolo quests that are already in the game. And then you will find Piccolo right here. And Piccolo, he will ask you to kill, I think, 15 evil Namecs without dying. And then once you do that, you'll be able to go over to the wastelands where the evil Saiyans are. Well, actually, I think there is some time between that 4th Piccolo back there at Yunzabite and the 5th Piccolo that's over here at the wastelands from spawning. It took me, I think it took me like, I got off and came back like another day, and then the Piccolo was over here, and I fought him, and he gave me key deflect. So that 5th Piccolo is right up here. What this 5th Piccolo is going to ask you, he's basically just going to ask you to fight him, you win, and he'll give you key deflect. Alright, and this is actually showing off key blast deflecting. Have my friend with me helping, so I think you just have to, yeah, you basically just time it at the right time, and you'll slap away someone's key blast. So I think it's actually pretty good, because, you know, people, if you played Final Sand, you know how annoying it is for someone spamming key blast on you. So this is actually a part of one of the good additions, actually. And I think that's mostly everything. I may have forgotten one or other things, but I was only really looking for like additions to the update, because this whole update kind of was like a quality of life update. But that's a new Final Sand update. Catch you guys later.